7 days a week.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning and welcome into today's edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Ross Leonhardt. It is Thursday, the 24th of October. We are rolling into some Halloween festivities this weekend and so much more going on. Winter's right around the corner. We got a packed show coming up on this Thursday show. Thanks for tuning in. Grab that cup of coffee. I'm going to grab mine, and Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome into the TVA Weather Center on this Thursday morning. A beautiful day ahead, 40 degrees at 8 a.m. to start the day. We'll see a high of about 58 degrees today. Some decent winds, 10 to 20 miles per hour. We'll be feeling those coming in from the west today. Into the hourly, things heat up to 53 degrees at noon with sunny skies expected throughout the day today. At 4 p.m., 56 degrees. And at 8 p.m., temperatures start coming down to 45 degrees and clear skies expected tonight. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagle a high of 64. Good to see some 60s back in there. Avon high of 60, Vail 58, Denver 72 degrees today. Lots of sunshine in the Rocky Mountains today. Tonight a low of 34 degrees with clear skies and a sunset at 6:14 p.m. That thing is coming earlier and earlier these days. Winds die down just a little bit to 5 to 10 miles per hour tonight. Into the rest of the week and early next week. Today is a beautiful day. Friday, tomorrow will be a beautiful sunny day with a high of 61 again and a low of 35. And this weekend, expect partly cloudy skies with the highs still in the 60s, warming up a little bit, and the lows in those mid to low 40s, mid to low 30s and 40s there. Monday, partly cloudy skies expected, and we'll see what happens next week with some potential rainfall and snowfall. So we'll see what happens out there. It's going to be a beautiful couple days. Get on out, and we will be right back with the rest of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Stevie Lee Woods presents Nashville Roadhouse Live, where country meets rock and roll.
It's where I drank my first beer, where I found Jesus, where I wrecked my first car, I tore it all to pieces. Join us every week for more live performances right here on Nashville Roadhouse Live.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
is International Day of Climate Action, and joining us now is the Evergreen Action Executive Director, Lena Moffett. Lena, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
So today's a big day. Where do we start? What's going on today? What should everyone know?
Yeah, International Day of Climate Action is a day to raise awareness about the issue of climate change and the importance of taking action. Two things near and dear to our hearts here at Evergreen Action, the nonprofit that I lead dedicated to advancing smart policies to both cut pollution, but also make people's lives better.
Love that. Every day should be like today, right? What is exactly going on over there at Evergreen, and what's the new roadmap you've been working on?
Yeah, well, first off, I want to acknowledge the extreme weather that we've seen recently, whether it's the hurricanes that just ripped through the southeastern part of the United States, wiping entire towns off the face of the map, costing more than 200 people their lives, or the incredible hailstorm you all saw here just this past summer in Colorado that caused $1 billion in damages. This is climate change in action, and it's taking a devastating toll on people's lives. So we put out this policy playbook to outline the common sense steps that we can take to address this issue, but also enhance economic prosperity while we're at it. And the policies that we outline would build on the progress made through legislation like the Inflation Reduction Act, which your viewers may have heard of, which has brought a huge amount of investment into our domestic manufacturing sector, for instance, making sure that the United States is ready to lead on building the clean energy and clean technologies the world is increasingly demanding. And that's included over $1.7 billion of investments coming right here to the state of Colorado, creating nearly 5,000 jobs in Colorado alone.
That's amazing. It's beautiful to see some of that stuff going up right now, the infrastructure. What are some of the key takeaways from the plan you have there at Evergreen?
Yeah, well, first off, these are win-win policies. So we can both cut pollution to make sure that extreme weather doesn't just keep getting worse and worse, but also create good jobs, building the clean energy, again, that the world is increasingly demanding. Like you noted with projects like the big solar plant that was just announced for outside of Durango, to build that clean energy and clean technology right here at home, growing our middle class and creating good jobs. We can also make things more affordable for folks. We know that people are struggling with skyrocketing bills, and we can lower energy bills as we switch to cleaner, cheaper, reliable sources of power. We don't have to choose between a healthy economy and a healthy climate with win-win policies like these.
Amazing. Obviously, it takes everyone to get involved in this, but what can the average Joe and average Jane kind of do to be a part of this and help fight the climate change?
Yeah, thank you for asking. It's a critical question. The most important thing you can do to help protect the planet is to vote. We can solve complex problems like this, but we need good policies to do so. And who's in office determines what kind of policies we're going to get and how they're going to impact our lives and our communities. So take a listen to the candidates' platforms and check out which ones are promising to continue these kinds of investments in clean energy and domestic manufacturing. And then get out there on November 5th and exercise your right to vote.
That's right. I've already dropped my ballot off. I'm done. Lena,
All right.
Where can people go for more information about Evergreen?
Yeah, to learn more about these win-win policies for our communities and our climate, check out evergreenaction.com.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. One last question. Anything else I should have asked you? Anything else people should know about this big day today?
Just that this is a solvable problem that we can tackle with these win-win policies, but also make our lives better. We can grow the clean energy economy that the world needs right here at home.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Good luck out there today and every day. Should be
Thank
International Climate Action. But we
agree.
We will be right back
Thank you
with
so
the rest
much.
of the show. Thank you.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging onto our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners. This is a scooter. Have you had it the whole time?
I have not. It's actually the third time I've owned the car.
Sell, regret, sell, regret. To the actual prototype GT40, I got to sit in that car.
Oh, I gotta get me one of these, man.
We've got all the muscle, the speed, and the stories.
I got stage 4 cancer. A bunch of friends came together and decided if this thing needed to get done then. A lot of friends came together and made this thing happen.
Hey, if it has an engine and a story, you're going to hear about it on rides. Almost every vehicle, doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, there's some tie to your past.
I'm Jason Kennedy, and this is The Wager. We've all heard about this pickleball craze. Celebrities are playing pickleball matches all the time, and they're challenging each other to these ridiculous bets. Now I'm bringing the cameras to their house with new celebrities and a new bet every week.
Hell of a rally there.
It's just real, genuine conversation.
I got invited to Usher's birthday party. What am I doing here?
And some pretty crazy antics.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Create fall memories in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Welcome back. Up next, we're going to check in with Tracy Miller, who has a beautiful salmon dish that you might want to try yourself at home. Let's take a look.
Time to talk about salmon. Anti-inflammatory foods. They help your body stay healthy. They fight against disease. Of course, fatty fishes are a perfect anti-inflammatory food. And salmon is one of the healthiest things that you can eat. So we're going to put a little bit of olive oil in our pan. People get nervous about cooking fish, but I'm going to tell you something. It's super easy. The key is buy a good piece of fish and don't overcook it. And season it. Remember, we're talking about zucchini fritters again. We're talking about how you have to season things nicely. Like, look at how much seasoning I'm going to put on this. I'm going to definitely cover it with a lot of salt and pepper. And I'm also going to get like all these little pieces right here. Like, don't forget about that. Whenever I'm grilling steak or something like that, I make sure I get all the edges. The skin is still on it. So what we're going to do right now is put this flesh side down in the pan. Wait. My pan needs to be a little hotter, so I'm just going to make sure my olive oil is all in there. I want to hear a sizzle when I put it in the pan. And look at that, though. That's a nice piece of fish. Now, what they say when you are looking for fish, when you're buying it, you want to find a piece of fish that doesn't smell like fish. So if you walk up and you're like, ew, that stinks, don't buy it. You also want to make sure it has a nice flesh. Like, see how that's really firm? That's what you want. Okay, we've got a little bit of a warmer pan here, so I'm going to put that fish right down like that, skin side up. We will flip it over. It will not take very long. I put a cold piece of fish in a warm pan, so I'm going to turn the pan up just a little tiny bit. We are going to make an orange avocado blueberry salsa to go on top of the salmon. So see how I'm just pulling that off? It could ripen up another day, but we're using it today. So this is how you do it. You cut around the pit, the seed in the middle, and then you cut like this. This is the perfect way to peel an avocado, and this is how you get most of the nutritional value. You peel it like a banana, right? How many times have you tried to scoop it out with a spoon and it just hasn't worked out? This is how you do that. You peel this like a banana, and then we have a nice avocado. And look, I like the firmness of this. If I was making avocado toast, I would be disappointed that it was that firm, but since we're putting it in a salsa, I like it. Okay, so we're just cutting those up into nice little pieces, the kind of the same size as the blueberries. So I'm going to get those in my bowl for salsa. The fish is cooking up nicely. I can hear it kind of sizzling, which is what you want. I'm going to put a bunch of just whole blueberries. And like I said, blueberries are so good right now and so good for you. So we're going to put equal amounts of blueberries and avocado in there. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper, because I love my salt and pepper. Got to have it on everything. I really like spice, so we are putting some jalapeno in there. We'll mince this up really small. Depending on how spicy you want it, take the seeds out if you don't want it that spicy. Keep the seeds in if you do want it spicy. A lot of people claim that if you roast your jalapeno first, then it's going to be even more spicy. And you know what? I kind of believe it because I really like to roast those. Okay, that's too much. We're going to do about 1 part. So 2 parts blueberries, 2 parts avocado, 1 part zucchini. And of course, we'll have the real recipe because nobody likes it when I tell them parts. And then we're going to add some orange. Orange and salmon go so nicely together. I'm going to put a little bit of the orange juice right in there because why waste that delicious juice? And then I'm going to segment this orange. So when you segment an orange, you just do like this, get everything out of there. This is a good orange. I'm kind of surprised though, because oranges are usually a winter time fruit, but this one is juicy and delicious and smells really good. Okay, and then we're going to segment it like that. So we're going to do that all the way around just to keep the membrane out. This is a delicate way to enjoy an orange. All right, moving on over here. Got to get the orange off my hands. If you're flipping your fish or your steak or anything that you're cooking in your pan or on your grill and it doesn't want to flip, it's like stuck a little, give it another minute. You want all those juices. Oh, this one's ready. See that? There we go. And it's starting to cook. I can see that it's still pretty firm. We're going to cook it skin side down now because that is going to make the skin cook and then it'll easily come off. All right, so we've got some orange in there and some jalapeno, some blueberries, starting to get a little messy over here, some blueberries and some avocado. Now I'm going to put a little mint in there. This is actually the only plant that I grow. All right, so we'll put a little mint in there. We've got a little bit of the juice from the orange in there. And now I'm going to add a little more salt and pepper. I know I added some before, but I'm adding a little more. And then I'm going to add just a tiny bit of rice wine vinegar, just to give it that acidic flavor, taking it off the heat, skin side down. Now that's a sockeye salmon. So there's different kinds of salmon. So you get king salmon, sockeye salmon, coho, and pink. Most of the time we get sockeye. Sockeye is a delicious fish as well, and it's red. It's from the Copper River in Alaska, and that river is like 300 miles long, and these fish have to swim upstream forever. So they're big, they're meaty, they're delicious, and they're really healthy for you, high in omega-3s and good food for anti-inflammatory eating. And then there's coho, and coho you can find as well, and that's kind of like sockeye coho is just a little bit below that, but it's still very delicious. Okay, there we go. We have our salmon. See, this is how I do it. I like just kind of touch it. See how it's firm like that? That means it's nice and done. Sockeye salmon with anti-inflammatory salsa on it. Go out there, cook, eat healthy, and enjoy yourself. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Vail.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today.
Did you see Caitlin Clark last night?
She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires.
Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
Daily Flash.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
This is Necklace. This easy-to-use, non-surgical alternative improves the appearance of sagging skin around your neck and jawline. Made from medical-grade tape, Necklace lasts up to 10 hours, giving you a firmer, smoother look all day long.
This is the one that works.
Starting on one side, peel off to expose adhesive and affix it beneath your earlobe. Stretch the strip around the back of your neck until it reaches the other side. Remove the white backing from the other end of the strip and attach under the other earlobe. Go ahead and take your hair down.
Wow, look at that. Necklace really is the one that works.
Women everywhere are thrilled with the results.
Necklace is my time machine and I'm loving life again.
Necklace is way better than surgery. It's cheaper and it's easier.
Oh wow, took my 10 years off here.
Well, I like it.
It's like a mini facelift.
Oh, it totally works.
Think I need a box or two.
Use the on-screen QR code or visit sagnomore.com to order now. We even give you a money-back guarantee. Try Necklace today.
Good morning, Vail.
Local police here do so much more than serve and protect. Of course, they do that very well, but also here in the town of Avon, they put together events like this Saturday, the Spooktacular Polar Plunge, to raise money for the Colorado Special Olympics. So that is an awesome event coming up on Saturday. And joining us now, everyone play it cool. We have Police Officer Al Zapata here on the couch. Officer, how we doing?
Doing great, thank you.
So Saturday, the Spooktacular Polar Plunge is coming up. It's been going on for years. Tell me a little bit about where it came from and what's happening this year.
Sure. So back in the early 50s, early 60s, Eunice Kennedy Shriver founded the Special Olympics. She discovered that there was a lot of the intellectually disabled that were being mistreated, so she founded Special Olympics just to engage them into games, into competitive spirits. And then back in 1981, Chief LeMunyon from the Kansas City police chief out of Kansas City discovered the need that law enforcement needed to get involved. So he created the Law Enforcement Torch Run, where it was basically officers would run across the state and be sponsored by other individuals with donations just to raise money and awareness for Special Olympics. So we're the guardians of the Flame of Hope. And ever since then, it became a worldwide epidemic to where all law enforcement agencies around the world raise money for the Special Olympic athletes.
Amazing.
Yep, it is. And it's quite fun.
Yeah.
So for the last, since its inception, we've raised over $600 million.
Wow.
And this year we're trying to raise $730,000 within the state of Colorado for 26,000 athletes. We're currently like 15,000 short, but we're still working it and we're still pushing it. And this Polar Plunge is one of the events where we're going to push hard to try to see if we can get more.
Is this like a year-long push you guys do, or is it specifically around this?
So it's a year-long push. We do other events. We do like the Tip a Cop, the Polar Plunges, plane pulls, buckets and badges, different events just to raise money, and it's all focused on the law enforcement team that does
That's
this.
awesome.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not sure if you can do this, but you know how when you go out and eat and stuff, they ask if you want to leave a tip? I think you guys should do that when you kind of stop people or have interactions with people. Ask them if they'd like to leave a tip for the Special Olympics.
The citation,
after
right?
Yeah, right? No, I'm just kidding. Amazing. So it's on Saturday right here at Nottingham Lake in Avon. It's supposed to be a beautiful day out there, so
Yes,
that's a good sign because it is a polar plunge. But what exactly is it? What's the timing of it? What should people know if they're planning to attend?
So we're going to start our registrations. You can actually go online, and they have QR codes that they can do registrations online. And we also are going to start our registrations on Saturday morning at 9:30 to 10:30. And then the first team, which is the Avon Police Department, is going to go in at 11. And then teams will follow. And we'll have teams from like Eagle County Sheriff's Office, the State Patrol, Eagle PD, and Vail PD. So they'll all come out as law enforcement teams, as well as community members that come in and they join us.
Awesome, awesome. So what How do you describe like a plunge? We're not like swimming a lap around the lake, right? Are we just dunking our heads? What's the plunge?
Basically, so we're going to walk in on the boat ramp and get about waist high, and then like our chief will sit there and say, everybody down, and then we all go under and then come out. However, state troopers like to stay a little longer. Yeah, they like to dunk themselves like 3 or 4 times with the sergeant calling the cadence. So it's a lot a fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And then I assume it's a community gathering too,
Yes,
right?
it is.
So everyone's out there. A lot of the Avon government officials are out there, the police obviously. But what's kind of that community aspect of it around the event?
So we try to promote inclusion of our intellectually disabled. We want them included into our community and let people know that everybody's one. We're all equal. And a lot of things that we do here in Avon for our Special Olympic athletes is they're employed, like with Home Depot, Walgreens, and various events, just for the inclusion part of it and just to raise awareness.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've seen it. We talked a little bit. I've helped with a Special Olympics basketball team growing up. But to see these kids, like the impact that this has, like you've seen it with your own eyes. Can you describe that impact that this does?
So, yes, and as we discussed earlier, I love to attend the summer games over in Grand Junction every year, and we do it in June. And when a police officer in uniform appears and just puts a medal on them, their face is filled with excitement and joy, and it's a level of appreciation. We are very appreciated here in the town of Avon and in the county in general. However, just their face and their looks is just incredible. It just warms that heart up so much.
Yeah. It doesn't matter the color of the medal that they get. They don't even care if they win. It's just so cool to see them out there. And it's the purest form of kind of sport, really.
True.
And it's really just out there for the fun with a little bit of competitiveness. Back to the polar plunge. Obviously, you want to bring a change of clothes. I'm assuming towels. But like, if someone's never done this before, what are like your tips to get out there?
So I'm a fly fisherman. I don't like to get my normal shoes all wet, so I'll wear my fly fishing boots, and I get in there and keeps them all, they're designed to get wet.
Smart.
And then the Avon Rec Center will also provide a transportation to the rec center so that everybody can shower, change, and do whatever they back into warm clothes, as well as some towels. So that's part of it all.
Awesome.
Just come out, and the biggest thing is because it's the Spooktacular Plunge, if you wish on dressing in a costume, you're welcome to do so. And we do give out awards for the best costume. Highest fundraising team, highest fundraising individual. So there's little awards that you will get.
Very cool. How many people are we expecting?
Currently, we have 35 sign up, but it's moving up. So
it's moving,
it's moving up.
Everyone likes to look at that weather there. We got it pulled up right now. This Saturday at Nottingham Lake in Avon. Sign up with that QR code. Where can people go for more information if they need it?
You can go to the Special Olympics of Colorado website, and then they'll have the sign-in for the Avon Plunge, as well as other plunges that are going throughout the year.
Yeah, and then outside of this event on Saturday, how can people kind of be involved and kind of support you guys at the police force or with the Special Olympics?
So we also do a lot of different tip of cops throughout the year. We'll visit, like we just did, Victoria, where the cops go out and serve people and just meet with the community, and then we ask that they tip their servers as they normally would, and then if they feel generous, they can donate to the Special Olympics as well.
Are you guys getting ready to shop with a cop?
Yes, that's coming up, and that's a part of our community-oriented policing initiatives. Yes,
I love seeing you guys out and about. Usually, it's all good out there. What else? Anything else people should know about Saturday?
So Saturday, after we're done plunging and everybody gets all warmed up, we will be meeting at Bob's, whereas we'll have a nice little reception. Luncheon with some food and everything, so everybody can just gather around and just talk about their experience.
I mean, this is a classic Avon experience. You get to enjoy a morning at the lake, you get to check out the rec center, and then stop by the classic Bob's.
Yes.
I mean, that sounds like a normal Tuesday for me. No, right. Outside of the plunging. Thanks so much for joining us, Officer Al.
Well, I appreciate
Anything
that.
else people should know? Anything else I should ask you?
No, I think we're good. We just would like everyone to come out and join us and have a good time.
Yeah, either sign up online before or just show up Saturday morning. Registration opens at 9:30. And I would recommend a costume. I think it's that time of year. Prizes to be given out. So check it out. The Spooktacular Polar Plunge benefiting the Colorado Special Olympics. Put on by the Avon Police Department with everyone else involved. It's going to be a fun day out there Saturday. We will see you out there, and we will be back with the rest of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Take
like the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunity to points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point for this competition!
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Every day around the world, when tragedy, danger, and disaster strike, when life and death hang in the balance, we look to the heroes among us.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, we see one couple fall in love with a waterfront fixer-upper.
It sort of wrapped its arms around us and said, you want me, and we did.
And watch as another battles over the budget.
We're trying to look through and see where we can trim at this point.
Are you looking to trim it, Ginger?
No.
No. Construction pros show us the right way to renovate.
Well, we had to do a roof over. We had to hand build a lot of the trusses.
As we're putting the thin set down, the self-leveler has a little clip that clips up underneath the edge of the tile.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. Joining us now on the couch is Emma Mitchell, a local who started her own business. Emma, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about you and a little bit about your journey to where you are now?
Yeah, sure. So I have a business called Rosa Joy, as you mentioned. I am a Reiki master, so I'm an energy healer. I'm a clairvoyant. I love to help women to be empowered, to find more joy in their lives and to build better friendships. And I also have a lot of events, and more specifically ladies' hikes in the valley. So I love to help women to make more friends through events like that. So my journey started a couple of years ago. I had an event business where I was helping people to make new friends, specifically through cooking classes and other kinds of fun hands-on activities. And I realized I didn't feel fun myself. I was hosting these fun events, but I felt boring. I felt bored with myself. I was actually kind of miserable. So using my tools that I knew, I do a lot of creative things too, in energy healing and meditation, I took myself on a journey back to joy. And through that, I discovered myself again. I found my authentic self, who I want to be, the kind of friends I want to be, or the friend I want to be, and the friends that I want to have. And realized that other people need this too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What exactly is a journey to joy? Is that like a 2-hour sit-down journaling session, or is that a year-long forever project? What is a journey to joy?
I mean, it's probably a forever project, right? But my programs consist of 10 sessions, so we meet every 2 weeks, and we meet for about an hour and a half each time, and I take you through meditations, I take you through journaling, creative activities, inner joy, like kid activities, and a lot of actually like planning and prep to be who you want to be.
Yeah,
so
that's amazing. That's amazing. And then with Rose of Joy, how do people join, or how do they get involved? How can people get
so people can find me. I have a website called rosajoyco.com. So people can get on there. I host some events, like I mentioned. I put them on Facebook and Instagram as well. But people can join my newsletter once or twice a week. I send out a newsletter pertaining to making better friends, energy, how do you feel in somebody's energy, being your authentic self, finding more joy in life, and I also post those events on there. So people can also work with me through Reiki healing, and I do that long distance, so you don't even have to live in the valley to do that with me. And I also do some clairvoyant work, so if you're interested in, learning a little bit more about yourself on the spiritual side, I do that as well, and everything is long distance or in person, whatever people prefer.
That's amazing. So can you explain some of the power of this stuff? Like I know a little bit about it, but some people might not know anything about it, but I mean, it's some pretty powerful and useful stuff.
Yeah, so in energy healing specifically, we have a lot of things that we've gone through our entire lives, but most of the time, I hate to blame society, but I always blame society. We feel like we have to push down our emotions. So we get these energetic emotions stuck in our body, and then we can't move through obstacles in our day-to-day because things are stuck. So we need to heal that energetically. So Reiki healing is kind of strange to explain, but it literally comes out of my hands. So when I work with people with Reiki, I go through every single one of their chakras to help push out some stagnant, stale energy that's been stuck and help them to work through it and get past it. But the power of this is sometimes, and most of the time, we don't even realize what's stuck. Even the other day I was doing Reiki on myself and I realized there's a memory there from when I was 5 years old.
Oh, man.
And it's like stuff that's maybe stupid, but it was there for a reason and we just never let go of it, and it prevents us from being who we want to be.
Yeah.
So that's why I combine Reiki and energetic work with the joy stuff, because, to be our authentic selves, we have to peel back those layers that society or that we've put on ourselves to really step into who we want to be. So that's kind of the power of that. And I will also say, when you start to really trust your inner authority, which is, as I like to describe it, sort of this energetic or emotional feeling. So say you're trying to make a decision on something. If you're in a situation, you may feel really elated, excited, joyful about it, or you might feel this nasty, dark feeling in the pit of your stomach. That's your emotional inner authority talking to you. But many people just push that down. They don't even listen to their gut feelings, right? So the more you start to trust that about yourself, the more you'll gravitate towards the things that bring you joy, the people that bring you joy, the situations in your life that bring you joy.
Yeah. And that's like a direct correlation to happiness right there, right?
Exactly.
So, and then it's probably pretty difficult. You mentioned you were working on yourself there, but it's probably pretty difficult to do some of this all on your own, where it's, with Rose of Joy, you can bring people together and make it a little bit easier. Is that kind of the idea there?
Exactly. And I mean, I'm kind of one of those weirdos that loves working on myself. Like I'm like geek out about it. But most people don't want to because it is so scary. So that is why I help people to, I hold their hands through it, and I make the exercises and activities fun, because healing yourself isn't always so fun, but it can be. It can be really fun. I mean, one of the things that I love to do with my clients is have them jump on their bed. Like, when was the last time you jumped on your bed?
It's been, I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah. Go home today and jump on your bed.
Okay.
It is seriously so fun. But I posted that on LinkedIn a few years ago that I jumped on my bed. I had so many looky-loos. I could see how many views I got. Hardly anybody commented on it, because I think people are like, oh my gosh, that's so dorky, that's so weird to do. But those are the things we need to get back to. most people don't want to do that, though. There's
Yeah.
so much judgment and worry about what other people are going to think, even if they're at their own home by themselves with the shades closed. So that's why I love to walk them through how to do that stuff. But with my events too, like I'm hosting a workshop next month, and it's a Journey Back to Joy workshop. So I help people set their plan up to start getting back to joy. That's online, but that's a great way for people to connect with one another and see that they're not alone, that they can do this and that they have accountability to others.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I found myself this morning asking some people here how I should feel, because I didn't know how I should feel about a certain instance. Yeah.
What?
So just having other people around is like super important to that kind of topic.
Actually, well, now I want to ask you, how did you feel? Describe it to me emotionally.
So I'm a big basketball. I love playing basketball, and yesterday I played basketball at the local court and kind of played against some local high schoolers. And I kind of whooped up on them, and I wasn't sure if I should be proud as a 35-year-old man about beating up on high school basketball players or not. So I asked some friends, how should I feel about this? Am I old enough that I should be proud of that, or should I be ashamed of that? So it's one of those kind of weird topics where I'm like, I don't even know how I should feel. So
well, where did you feel it? Where did you feel it? Was it in your heart or was it in your stomach?
It was in my stomach.
Oh, so maybe.
I think it was in my stomach.
Oh my gosh. Did it feel gross or did it feel?
It didn't feel great.
Okay, so maybe there was a little shame there or something.
Yes.
Yeah, but see, you knew how you felt. You didn't have to ask.
But just having a space to talk to people is kind of is what I'm saying is important.
Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, having a safe space to talk to anybody. And I think that's another good point is it's really hard to get vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that's, I believe, preventing so many people from finding good friends because they're scared to get vulnerable with others. So that is another part of my programs is I walk people how to get vulnerable, how to test the market out, inch by inch, see if people they trust and figure out how they feel about letting some of their secrets go, or even just some of the small emotions that come up on a day-to-day.
Yeah, definitely.
It can be scary to share that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Emma, thanks so much for joining us. Definitely check out the website, some events coming up on social media as well. Anything else I should ask you? Anything people should know?
No, I just want to mention, the ladies' hikes, I host them twice a month typically. There's a 20 to 80 age group range and a 40 to 50 age group range. I try to keep them low cost, free or low cost, just because I believe in building community. We've really gotten some amazing ladies that are coming to those groups on a monthly basis now. So please check those out. And I would love to have anybody who's looking to make new friends. It is not hard to hike. We stop a lot. We do icebreakers. So if you're a novice hiker, you're very welcome to join us.
Awesome. Emma, thanks so much for joining us. Pleasure chatting with you. Good luck with this. I know it kind of started this year, so best of luck, and we'll look forward to it. One last thing, as you mentioned, it's mostly women? Open to some men, or what's the deal?
The ladies' hikes are women.
Okay, cool.
Or people who identify as women. Yeah, but, I'm very open to helping men. If they're on their own journey to joy, just reach out and we can talk.
Thanks so much, Emma.
Yeah.
Find your journey to joy with Emma here, and thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back. America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Tune into Coffee with America and start your day in the right direction, where we go over the latest and greatest in health, lifestyle, entertainment, and more. Start your day off on Coffee with America.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits, eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCU! Black College Quiz! BCU! Black College Quiz! BCU! Yeah, man.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. The GoPro Mountain Games are one of the best events we host here year-round by the Vail Valley Foundation. It is the first weekend in June, 6th through 9th this year. And joining us now is one of the Mountain Games athletes, Robbie Prechtel. Robbie, how we doing?
Doing fantastic. Lovely to be here this morning.
You loved that kind of intro, didn't you?
I did. Did you see that graphic?
Pretty
it was
special.
amazing.
Nice, yeah. Robbie has been kind of a long-time competitor in the GoPro Mountain Games. When did you first start?
I tried my hand at the Ultimate Mountain Challenge in 2011.
Okay, awesome.
And yeah, we'll
just leave that tried your hand.
Yeah, tried my hand. Well, I didn't know how to kayak. I had never really mountain biked before. I was into trail running, and I had done some road biking. And so this was a combination of all of those, and the goal was to accumulate time. Right. And the lowest time overall won. So Josiah Middaugh, a local legend.
You're going
here,
against Xterra triathlete champions.
I was definitely out of my league in that specific event. But
you're a big rafter, and I see your name on that podium all the time. And now you're taking down the Jacksons and stuff.
So I actually had never been into whitewater until one of my buddies who was a guide with me up at Adventure Ridge. He was also a whitewater guide for Lakota, a local rafting company, and he invited me to try out for the U.S. men's rafting team, and that was my original introduction to whitewater. So from there, I kind of moved into kayaking, and finally, over the last 4 or 5 years, really gotten to the point where I can kayak Class 4, Class 5 water, and have really enjoyed getting to interact with Dane Jackson, Nick Troutman, a couple other professionals that show up to mountain games.
And really legends in the sport.
Totally. They some of the best kayakers in the world. And I think that's the cool thing about the mountain games, is that you can show up to this very authentic event where you have mountain sports, arts, music, and you get some of the best in each of their fields. So if you are into any one of those three things, or just enjoy nature, I think Mountain Games is the best event that the Vail Valley Foundation puts on.
Definitely. I mean, it's really is one of the world's biggest celebrations of athletes, arts, and music in the mountains. That's really what it is. You hit on it. If you don't know, it's mountain biking, trail running, whitewater activities, there's climbing, there's so many activities with concerts going on and vendors everywhere. You don't want to miss it. And I gotta say, if someone asked you to compete in it, just say yes, like Robbie did. If someone asked you to just do it and get in there.
Yeah, I would say that's the biggest thing that I learned when I first competed was everybody here is so inviting, so nice. Although it is competitive, it's not one of those ones where people are going to look down on you or judge you. Just go out there, have fun. And there are a lot of actually fun events like the mud run and
Peppy Space.
Well, you also have dog competition. Come on now.
Something for everyone. There's seriously something for everyone. So, Robbie, how does it feel being a Mountain Games athlete? This is kind of new this year, naming some athletes. How's that kind of feel?
Yeah, I always wanted to be an athlete. That was like my goal growing up. Through high school and college, I played sports, but never had the right recipe to make it. But to be selected as a Mountain Games athlete, and I mean the caliber of the other athletes on this team is pretty ridiculous. We got some locals in there and then some people from out of state, but it feels really good. I'm excited to see what this experiment brings. I think because I enjoy the event so much that, I just want to promote it and promote myself and help these other guys kind of do the same.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and again, it's coming up in June, but I mean, they're planning for
5th through the 8th, I think.
They're planning for that year round. 5th through the 8th. I think it's 6th through the 9th, but we will figure that out.
Somebody check that out.
We will figure that out behind the scenes here. But I mean, you're always an ambassador for the Mountain Games, and it brings people in from really all over the world. There's slackliners there. It is just such a fun event.
Yeah, Davis Hermes, a local kid.
Davis Hermes, a world slackline champion, also a Vail ski patroller, just a legend out here. What's like your favorite thing about? I mean, it goes by in a blur. What's your favorite thing about that weekend?
The energy. Yeah. It's the kickoff to summertime. A lot of other events that I find in Vail feels a little bit stuffy sometimes, or just the quality of the people that show up and all of the events that are going on.
We got dogs jumping. I mean, you can go on and on here.
It's electric.
Yeah, and having been on the inside there, the schedule is just packed. Like it is jam packed with something from sun up to sundown. The concerts at night. You check out those concerts at the Amp.
Sometimes I get to shoot as a photo video guy, I end up there. If nothing else, you can be outside listening to the music. It's always good. Maybe this year will be my year for music. We'll see.
So you mentioned like you love to kind of be an ambassador for the games and yourself. How can people follow along your journey? Like you're out there doing some wild stuff in the summer and in the winter, but how can people kind of follow along and see your path?
I like to hide behind the scenes mostly, but I do have a couple Instagram accounts. That's probably the easiest way to follow me. One is @AllToothBob. That's my real professional name there.
Where does that name come from?
At some point, my teeth got knocked out, and so I didn't have a front tooth for 2 years. And then I got them back, and someone was like, "All-Tooth Bob!" And then my other newest creation is Bobby Segoy.
Okay.
And he's just out there doing good things, nice things for people. So follow along, go out there, do some good things, nice things, and hopefully we see you on the streets.
I ran into Robbie up at the Vail Performing Arts Center one night, and he was dressed to the T's, and he said he was classy Rob that night. So a man of many hats, but forever wearing an ambassador of the GoPro Mountain Games.
Amen.
What are you looking forward to this year? They're always something new, kind of pushing the envelope always there. But what are you excited about this year?
I just look forward to getting on the water and getting to interact with people that I see once a year sometimes, and then also with all my friends.
Yeah.
I got a lot of people in town who show up to the games and go out there, and whether it's for recreation or for competition, it's just good to be out there.
For sure. And
sunshine.
And if you're out there, keep an eye out for Robbie Prechtel on the podiums because he is up there a lot.
Hopefully.
What happened last year was a good year, right? How did you do last year?
Last year was a good year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ended up winning most of my kayak events and podium on everything else.
Yeah. And one of the biggest things about the GoPro Mountain Games is an insane prize purse. Like there's a lot of money and prizes with some of the sweet sponsors that they have coming out, Yeti and all these people. What do you do with all your medals and all your swag that you get?
I try to keep some stuff for me, but I try to give away some stuff. I'm trying to pare down all of the things that I have.
I mean, if you get an athlete bag,
you know how many water bottles I have?
Socks?
Too many. Yeah. You need a water bottle? Come see me. I'll get you one.
It's so great. It's so great. It's crazy that it's months away, but yeah, the planning's going on. And the Vail Valley Foundation also hosts the Birds of Prey ski races coming up. You checking those out up at Beaver
I'll be
Creek?
up there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's fast. Hopefully this year we get some good weather and some great racing.
So great, and this year they're bringing back, or not bringing back, but women will be racing here for the first time in a while. So that's going to be exciting. GoPro Mountain Games, any tips and tricks for people coming out here first time or last time? Got about a minute left here.
Minute left. That's a lot of time for me to explain
I would like some of that minute as well, but...
yeah, done. Tips and tricks, show up, sign up, and just get out there and do something different. Whether you're comfortable with it or not, there's people out there who can help you get through it. And then make sure to check out the art and music. There's some fantastic artists out there.
That's right, and we have confirmed that it is June 6th through the 9th, the GoPro Mountain Games.
Wrong again.
So our athlete ambassador here, it's okay, it's months away. We got time to plan. Just remember that
we both got phones.
That first weekend in June is kind of where it is every year. Robbie, thanks so much for joining us, man.
Hey, thank you. Pleasure.
Stoked to see you here. Thanks so much for tuning into the show today. That was a great Thursday. We got good weather coming up for the next couple days. It's going to be a great weekend. And thanks to our crew in the back for pushing the button so I can be up here talking to everyone. And we will be back tomorrow to wrap up the week. See ya.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see